Welcome back to the Nurburgring, where we're about to get underway for Race 2, the top 20 reverse grid. But before we get into it, we've got the race winner from Race 1, Danny Henney, is with us. Danny, that was a phenomenal drive, and it must feel good to get that weight off your shoulders. You've got the first win in the bag and more than doubled your points haul after a disappointing round at Spa.
Yeah, really happy. Been nervous all week to see if I could get a result in, but yeah, absolutely over the moon. But I was very, very nervous driving around that race, and qualifying was absolutely insane.
Yeah, so you and Kyle at one point set an identical lap time to the 1000th.
Yeah, I was keeping an eye on that, and I'm just glad I put the lap in before him if it was going to go to that for the end. But yeah, he really pushed me hard in that qualifying session.
Well, now you're starting 20th. We've seen how difficult it is for cars of a similar pace to try and make an overtake. You reckon it's about a half second a lap delta to make an overtake. So do you think you might struggle in this reverse grid race more than, say, at Spa, for example?
Yeah, definitely. I think certainly from the practice races that we've had, I've done quite a lot of practice in the pack. And if there's quite a big time deficit, you're okay. But as soon as you start getting around the half a second mark, the dirty air just stops you from going forward. I was battling with Dorian last night in the practice, and I just couldn't get through the understeer, through the high speed stuff. So I'm trying something different tonight. I've switched to the low downforce setup last minute. It worked in the first race, so I'll see if it works in the second.
So how does the car change when you're following a car closely?
It just dumps turn. You just get loads of understeer. The slower speed corners are fine because obviously it's mechanical grip, so there's not much of a deficit. But as soon as you get through the first sector and down to the hairpin and through the S's and certainly around the back of the track, you just can't get the nose in. And while the guy in front's on the throttle accelerating away, you're obviously waiting, or you're just understeering away from the apex. It's really, really frustrating.
Okay, so before you go back to the main Discord chat, do you have a position goal for this race? What would you be happy with?
A top 10 I'd be happy with, but the aim's to get in the top 5. And if I can get through the field pretty quick, then see if I can sneak a win. But yeah, anything in the top 10 I'll be happy with, or anything in front of Ellis, to be fair. I've got to get some of them points back.
Fair enough. All right, well, congratulations on the win, and good luck in race 2.
Thanks, guys. Have a good night.
And on pole position, it's Connor Meyer in that number 12 car. The sort of 7-Up colours, a little bit like the 92 Jordan on his. Then it is Barry Kemp in the Golf colours alongside him on the front row of the grid. Dory in that familiar grey and red from third place. Matt Trumpets in fourth, Anil Singh, John Lang, Dan Silver, Mark Greenhow, Alex Van Gien, and Stephen Williams. That's your top 10. The red lights are on, and we're about to get underway for the first of 2 reverse grid races at the Nurburgring. And Conor Meyer leads the field away, and Dory with a lightning start straight away up into second place, drawing alongside Barry Kemp, and he's going to go through the middle into turn 1, and it's Meyer who goes out wide, and Kemp actually has the high ground, but Dory comes storming through and into the lead at turn 2. Fantastic. He was wasting no time, and Dory straight into the lead of the race. Oh, bit of contact. Trumpets has been involved in that. Oh, what a shame for him, and I'll pulse it to Meyer. Caught in a bit of strife as well, but crucially it looks like our top guys from race 1 has gone away cleanly. So Dory with 2 seconds over the pack already as they emerge out of the first sector. It's Anil Singh who's come out in second place with Barry Kemp in third, and Alex Van Gien has launched himself up the order. He's in fourth ahead of Dan Silver. Dobertsberger has flown up the order in 6th place ahead of Mark Greenhow, Ishmael Basso, Edward Shelley, and David Hatton. The top 10 race 1 winner Danny Henney already in 11th place. Flying through the Schumacher S now and down towards turn 10. Nobody is troubling Dory up at the front, but the rest of the podium still very much up for grabs. Just to give you an update a little further back, Stephen Williams in 12th. Luca Harrison finished second in race 1. He's in 13th. Polstead and Conor Meyer down in 14th now after a little bit of a couple of issues down at turn 3. And championship leader Tim Ellis in 15th. Behind them, it's all going off. So Dobbelsberger making his move on Dan Silver, and behind them Mark Greenhow with Ishmael Basso alongside Danny Henney, and Henney is going to make his way into 9th place already. Oh, looks like Edward Shelley has had to go over the chicane. Oh, from 7th place, Mark Greenhow has dropped it at the final corner. That's another free space for Henney. He's gone from 20th to 7th in 1 lap. David Hatton getting a bit of 3 wide action behind them as Harrison's trying to force his way through as well. It's Williams in the Aston Martin green down on the inside at turn 2. They're so close. Hatton getting sandwiched in the middle, and I think in the end he has to yield, although he's got back up the inside of Harrison. This is a great little scrabble going on for 9th place as Harrison just gives Hatton a push off the circuit, trying to get up the inside of 4th, but Hatton is having none of it. We saw some aggressive driving between these two at Spa, and they're recreating that here at the Nurburgring. So Danny Henney already on the back of Dan Silver for what is 5th place. And it will soon be on the back of Dobbelsberger once he makes this move. And looking down the inside towards turn 10. Easily done. And that's another move for the reigning Formula Renault Challenge champion. Oh, Barry Kemp going out a little bit wide behind them. And I think he's just lost the place to Ishmael Basso. Meanwhile, Williams, Hatton and Harrison still squabbling away, and they're about to round up Barry Kemp, and there goes Williams down the inside towards the chicane. Oh dear, that's one of the cars going straight over the chicane. Oh, and Harrison had to do the same thing as well. So it was Silver who got himself into a bit of trouble, and he's had to slow down because he cut the corner. And I think Harrison has suffered a little bit as well. But there's Hatton right behind Silver, coming down towards turn 1. Right behind them, we've got Power and Leader squabbling away in there as well. There's Ellis as well, making moves into turn 1. So Harrison has picked up both cars, it looks like. Certainly got past Hatton. He's about to do Silver in turn 2 as well. Having to go the long way around is Harrison. And down into turn 4, finally gets it done, and Hatton's going to try and follow him through. This is all going on over 8th place at the moment. Down towards turn 5, and Silver holds firm against Hatton. Ellis, Power and Leader going hammer and tongs behind them as well. So some great action down in the mid-pack. And down towards the hairpin, Hatton makes his move on Silver. And that's 9th place for him. And I wonder if he can get on the back of Harrison Sharpish. Oh, having to go defensive against Silver down towards turn 10 though. To the back straight once again, and Hatton didn't have the best exit, and look at him weaving down. Ellis, the next man in the queue to pick up Dan Silver, the blue and yellow car, and he looks towards the inside but opts against making the dive bomb. And Power right on his tail as well now. Around this final corner to start what will be lap 5 for these guys, so approaching half race distance. And Hatton again weaving down the straight, trying to break the toe. Up at the front of the field, we have Alexander Dobbelsberger in 4th place, car number 21, about to make an attack on Alex Van Gien for the final spot on the podium. And look who's right behind them, it's Danny Henney, race 1 winner. So Van Gien in that familiar blue and red car at the front of this battle. Had a great first lap and put himself into a podium position early on, but Dobertsberger and Henny have stormed through the field.
Yeah, Henny doing exactly what he intended to do, hasn't he? Sat in 5th, you know, that's it, that's what the goal was. Can he push on and get up to the top?
Certainly exceeding his expectations already. Put himself in 7th place in 1 lap, and now is looking at a podium place as well. It's just 2 cars in front of him as they rise back up the hill towards turn 10. And, well, they both look towards the inside. It's Dobertsberger who makes the move. Oh, Van Gien did not give him much space, though, and has held the high ground for now. But as they exit turn 11, and, well, Henny's going to get the double slipstream here, so Van Gien's at risk of losing 2 places. And it's Van Gien towards the inside. Henny, though, has found a gap and is going to do both of them down into the chicane. Dobertsberger goes around the outside as well. And Van Gien trying to regain some ground there on the exit, side by side. But Dobertsberger with the line into the final corner. He's going to go into 4th place. Van Gien not giving up easily, though. And still with his car alongside him. Ishmael Basso waiting in the wings right behind them as well. But Dobertsberger will have the line. Basso might come through and try and pick both of them up as well. He is going down the inside. Oh, he had to get out of it at the last possible second. But kept his nose clean eventually. And that's Dobertsberger through into 4th place. Henny in 3rd ahead of them.
Powers just looking to get back sat on the back of Ellis. He was there for ages, it seemed like, just glued to the back of him, and then they came round and Ellis got past Silver, and now Powers done the same. He'll be looking to sit right on the back of Ellis again and try and chase down Hatton and Harrison as they charge through.
Van Gien going backwards. Meanwhile, Basso's just made his move and Williams is the next man in the queue. But as you rightly point out, David Hatton, Tim Ellis and Kyle Power nice and close together on track. That's just where we want them to be. Squabbling over 9th place at the moment, and it's Harrison just in front of them in 8th. Remember, these are crucial championship points that these guys are all fighting for, and Henny is doing what he does best. He's taken the big points in 2 races, while these guys are still, they've only just made their way inside the top 10.
I said it would be difficult for Henny. I'm now eating my words, aren't I? Look at how well he has done.
Well, when he's one of the fastest guys in the field, and got to say, his pace in these first laps and these reverse grid races probably is what made him such a, I don't want to say dominant, but very convincing champion last season in the Formula Renaults. So he's about 2 seconds behind Anil Singh. He can maybe haul him in, but there's 6 seconds up to Dory in the lead of the race. And we know he's a very, very quick car. Ellis and Power, meanwhile, in 10th and 11th place, are side by side coming down towards turn 1. The championship leader and the Spa race winner going wheel to wheel, and it's Power going around the outside at turn 1, and he picks up 10th place. So Ellis seemingly struggling for a little bit of pace, certainly in this race compared to the first one. And he is the championship leader, don't forget. So, well, we'll have to wonder for how much longer he will be in that position. He was 42 points clear. Now, that is quite a healthy gap to have. Even though you do get positions down to about 35th in this championship, you do have to take some big chunks out of guys to close a gap like that. But with Henny up in 3rd at the moment and Ellis outside of the top 10, we could be seeing some big swings. And don't forget, Power is 2nd in the championship as well. Hatton in front of them also needs to make some big gains as he's down in 11th in the championship. So Henny has closed that gap down already. It's 0.8 of a second to Anil Singh in 2nd place. Alex Van Gien, meanwhile, in 6th place, going toe-to-toe with Stephen Williams. And Williams was just trying to get his nose up alongside it, but Van Gien brilliantly defending at the chicane. Remember, in one of the reverse grid races here last season in the Formula Renaults, he was holding that lead for a good few laps against some quicker cars. and was absolutely brilliant in defending that position. And he's doing the same thing again. And look at Harrison, who's arrived on the scene. He's pounced on Williams straight away down into turn 1. Got to be careful not to accidentally clip Van Gien. And I'm thinking just having to back out at that last second has allowed Williams to get back into that 7th place. So again, crucial championship points up for grab, especially for Williams and Harrison. Williams is 4th in the championship at the moment. And Harrison, we know, has got the potential to be a front runner in this championship. Henny has just made his way into 2nd place, by the way, ahead of Anil Singh while we were watching that battle. But this one for 6th place still raging on. Van Gien just edged out a little bit of a gap to Williams as he was battling away with Harrison in the early stages of the lap. So we'll see how much more progress Harrison can make. And don't forget, Hatton, Power and Ellis just 1.5 seconds behind these guys.
Power making up. He's doing well. He's getting closer to Hatton, which is where he wants to be. Want to get up to him and maybe not be stuck behind him as long as he was stuck behind Ellis. I think he'll want to try and get past him as quick as possible.
Harrison got very, very close to the back of Williams' car, under braking for that chicane. Williams still no way through on Van Gien for 6th place. So Van Gien doing an excellent job, although his defence might be about to come to an end as Williams goes to the outside towards turn 1 and a big move under braking. Van Gien with the line though, but if Williams gets the exit right, he'll have the line down towards turn 2. Van Gien's still trying to brave it out, and we said this section of track is amazing for side-by-side action, and it's proving that at the moment. But Williams much better under braking for turn 3 and finally makes that move into 6th place. Harrison, the next man in the queue.
Harrison's diving around. He wants to get involved, doesn't he? He's so close to just getting in there and, seeing him having to back off, but he's right there in the action, just getting so close to the back of Van Gien there. He'll be looking to pounce.
We're going to have the Hatton, Power and Ellis battle raining down on these guys very, very soon as they're now just 1 second behind. Van Gien had another look down into the hairpin on Williams. That would have been ambitious to say the least. See if Williams can just draw a little bit of a gap, or if Van Gien can actually come back at Williams down this straight. We're on lap 8 of 10. So these guys running out of opportunities to make some moves. Van Gien very, very twitchy through turn 10. Probably took a bit too much to curb. Oh, Power behind them making a big dive on David Hatton into turn 11. Hatton with the better momentum, just keeping him front for now. Looks like we're going to have 2 moves being made into the chicane as Harrison gets up the inside of Van Gien. Oh, Van Gien still braving it out though. He is so good at defending that chicane. No way through for Harrison. Behind them, Power and Hatton still side by side for 9th place. And Hatton is not giving this one up easily. Power on the left-hand side as we look at it in that bright green car. And then David Hatton with the monster energy, although for him it's beast energy. Breaking down towards turn 1, Power on the inside line, and he gets through. And up in front of them, Van Gien and Harrison still side by side. Harrison was trying to make his way around the outside of turn 1 and into turn 3, finally picks up that place. Very, very similar to how Williams got the move done on the previous lap. Van Gien coming back at Harrison though towards turn 5. Oh, round the outside. That's fantastic. Alex Van Gien will not take this line down, but Harrison is just able to repel his advances. He got just a good enough run out of that turn 6 to draw clear and just covers the inside, braking for the hairpin. No way through for Van Gien there, but rising back up the hill once again. I do not get the sense that Van Gien is done with this. Look at him, he's practically pushing him up the hill, and Harrison has to go defensive towards turn 10. Power also having to go defensive against Hatton, but Harrison and Van Gien still absolutely nose to tail. Surely this is going to be a 4-car battle soon enough. And Harrison still leading Van Gien as they go onto the back straight. What's Van Gien got in terms of top end speed? It looks like it's good enough to try and make it around the outside. He has been so good at making it around the outside of the chicane, and then side by side through the right hander, and Van Gien has got through. Fantastic, and he's got the line once again towards the final corner, and that is just amazing racing as Harrison immediately drops back into the slipstream. Hatton and Power following him through. Harrison back towards the inside towards turn line. This is the final lap now, and Hatton, oh, is he going to try and make a move on both of them? Thinks better of it. Harrison goes through. Oh, Hatton's got to be careful. Oh, he's clipped Van Gien, and it's Hatton that comes off worse. That's 2 races in a row we've seen Hatton just clip someone. That's so unlike him.
Hatton had some aggression about him. He was really charging in. You know, Carl Power had gone past him, and then Hatton came back again, and they were looking. You know, they were looking at the aggression and the battle going on ahead, and they wanted to be up there, and it was so close. It was one of those things that it was just getting so tight. It's not entirely, you know, it's not all surprising that there was contact there.
Well, when you have so many cars close together like this, it's bound to happen. So Hatton has recovered. He's in 13th place. I think he's just caught the back of this snake of cars, actually. So Harrison has got a nice gap to Van Gien. But meanwhile, yep, Van Gien still holding. Oh, and Power down the inside, and side by side once again through this turn 11. This battle's still not giving up. It's going to come so close. But up at the front of the field, it's number 49, Dorian Tabachnik. Dory, as you know him on YouTube, and he takes the win in his first race in the Formula 3 Cup. Henny, a remarkable comeback drive in second place, and Ishmael Basso takes his first podium in the F3 Cup. Fantastic. And Neil Singh gets... Oh, he's been passed on the final lap by Alexander Dobertsberger. So Dobertsberger gets 4th. Singh gets 5th. Williams in 6th. Harrison gets 7th. And Van Gien was just able to defend from Kyle Power. 61 thousandths of a second it came to at the line. So Power gets 9th and Ellis in 10th. Leader was 11th. Shelley 12th, and Hatton had to be inside to a 13th place finish.